Hello my lovelies and happy spring. The ice is finally gone out, it's middle of April and we've got a clear garden, mostly clear lawn and woods, and it's time to crack on with getting everything ready for growing season. So let's see where we're at. Okay, well you may remember that back in the fall I dug up my chilli plants and decided I'd keep them in the house over winter, and they've kind of done okay. As you can see, they're come back to life, and we've actually got some flower buds on them already. So once these get put back in the ground, we should be seeing lots of little fiery chilies growing real fast. Now the one problem we did have this winter while they were stored in the house is they managed to pick up a bit of an aphid infestation. I've had them outside twice already, spraying them down with dish detergent solution with a regular garden pump action sprayer, and when I've taken them back in they've looked like they've been bug free, but as you can see the aphids are coming straight back again on this one. So part of the reason for having them outside today, there we go, back in focus. Part of the reason for having them outside today is hopefully we'll have some carnivorous bugs and birds come along and peck some of them off while we're at it, because kind of sick of having to vacuum green fly off the windows in the bedroom. Kind of a nuisance. But looking forward to getting those guys in the ground. They are seeming to be doing pretty well. Maybe the dish soap actually helps them. I have no idea. What else we got going on? Well, like I said, we got most of the snow gone. Here's the last little bit. It's the southern slope away down from the deck towards the woodlot back of the house. And let's see if we can zoom in and show you what we got down there. We've had a pretty tough winter this winter, in as far as real wet heavy snow and frozen rain, sort of mini ice storms. So there's the top of that tree there, and it is by no means the only one to have lost its top. There's some ice damage from a couple of years ago, and there's fresh damage up in that tree. It's kind of hard to see with this camera, I apologise, but enough to say we've lost a lot of treetops, so we're going to have a pretty good bonfire pretty soon. The magic composter spent the winter in the cellar where it was above freezing, and we've been filling it up and filling it up. I've just emptied a load up the garden, going to show you that presently, and we are working on a new load. Let's flip the lid. Okay, we've got the cotton off of last year's bean poles. We just pulled those down, didn't quite get to them before the ground froze because going on vacation. There's some jackfruit in there, there's some thistles in there, and looks like, yep, some corn stalks to finish mulching those up. What I did notice is the stuff I had in over winter was a bit light on the wooden material, so it came out pretty heavy and wet. I pulled out probably about 4 gallons of the tea liquid, but there was quite a bit more that could have drained out of it over the winter. Okay, let's go take a look elsewhere. Okay, I may have mentioned last year that I'd bought a couple of holly bushes. I was looking to do something because these cedars are real popular with the deer in hard winters, and they're getting a bit overgrown and sprawly. We were thinking about pulling them out, but now we're not so sure. So I bought a couple of holly bushes, but once the snow retreated this week, I was like, what the heck has happened to my holly? Has the winter killed it? This is supposed to be hardy to zone 4 and we're in 5, so no biggie there. And then I got to looking at it, and let's see if we can zoom in well enough with this camera. Tap on what we're looking at here. Is it going to bring it into focus for us? Come on then. There we go. Those are tooth marks. This thing has been completely stripped by rodents. Whether it's been mice or chipmunks or what it's been, I don't know, but all of that white is where they have chewed off the bark, and it's these teeny tiny teeth marks all over it. Let's come round to this other one, and it is exactly the same. Look, it has been completely stripped while it was buried in the snowbank. Oh, I guess that part must have been sticking out the snowbank maybe, because they missed that. But my word, it is absolutely ridiculous. So, poor old holly bush. I mean, hopefully it's going to have enough down bottom to grow back, but it's going to take a few years. So, back to the drawing board on that plan. We spent this morning putting this little beast together. $50 over at Christmas tree shops for a walk-in greenhouse. Bought a couple of the little 19 by 24 or whatever size they are, 19 by 30, I'm not sure, the little ones for indoor use. So I've got a few seedlings in those, but I figure it's time to try and hardy up all of the cabbages, sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, stuff like that, ready for planting. So bought this and got these outside, and as the next few weeks goes, it should have a bit more than 2 trays of pots in it. So we will come back and see what's going on with that as the weeks progress. So here we are, completely blank canvas. The ice and snow disappeared from this, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Ground has started to dry out today. It's pretty nice. It's like I don't know, it's probably touching 70 degrees today. It's nicest it's been, well, second nicest day so far this year anyway. So Katrina left all of those straw bales. She's not going to be working this garden this year. She's bought her own place, so she's got her own garden to play with now. So the difference is going to be that I'm going to be planting the whole of this myself this year. Still trying to make my mind up whether to move that hose pipe out the way to make it bigger. I've got an awful lot of stuff planned, and I'm not sure I've got enough space if I don't, but that is quite the project, and time, as always, is going to be the enemy. So what we did this morning was basically grab these straw bales that had composted and rotted and mulched themselves down over the winter, and just shake them all out all over the ground, ready for tilling in when we get some more muck or something to go with them. Up there, finally got around to taking my beam poles down. I want to move those further back this year because the things that we had behind them didn't do that great. So I figure we'll just push those all the way to the back and let nothing worry about struggling for light behind them. The compost down that end needs turning. That's the next job today. Speaking of compost, this row right here is everything that came out of that black bin. It's a beautiful dark colour. It is drying out real fast. Stinks to high heaven. So I mean, in fairness, the last stuff to be put in it was probably a week ago, so no real surprises that there's still a bit of an odour to it. It's not like we did it the proper way of just like letting everything go for 4 weeks. It was getting topped up on a pretty regular basis, but it's come out thick and dark, and it looks like it should be a great addition to this row, and looking forward to see what we get growing there. We have got buds coming through already on the blueberries, so that's great news. Looking forward to that summer crop. And as you can see, I've got one heck of a pruning job to do on the black raspberries before we get going there as well. What else to tell you, what else to show you? That is really about it for right now. I've told you about the tree damage. The pond! Let's go look at the pond. Okay, as you can see, it really was a hard winter. We've lost another limb. One of those came down last year and I didn't get a chance to move it, but it's had a bigger partner land on top of it. And as you can see, the pond is absolutely brimful again. Thank heavens. Last year it was down to practically empty. And let's see if I can make this happen. If I just walk along here. Oh, there goes one. Okay, I've only spooked the one, but we do have frogs. There are fresh bait fish. The neighbour's been busy with the bait fish all winter with his little holes. Again, more tree damage over there. Yes, I chopped a few limbs off, if you remember right at the end. I got a bit busy, but the ice brought a whole fresh bunch down, and we've got like I say, a big bonfire to have. The thing I love about this time of year is the water is still pretty cool and the algal bloom hasn't taken over yet, and you can actually see what's going on down into the water. Seen plenty of bugs around in there. The heron had a grand old time last year, so I think the what you call them, crayfish population and the freshwater mussel population probably got slaughtered. But we've got frogs, we've got bugs, and I'm pretty sure that is going to lead to the mussels and the crayfish working their way back upstream at some point to repopulate it. Okay, my lovelies, that's enough for today. That is welcome back. It is spring. Mike the Reluctant Gardener signing out for this week, and catch up with you again soon. Take care.